and he's walking.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है.
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है.
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
Ticket sales yesterday and today. Yesterday, the chants of Temba Bavuma was ringing around Newlands with quite a special sound.
We could play name the characters as you walk around and you go through the crowd. Some are quite age specific. There'd be many who would have no idea.
Yeah, fancy dress is massive in England, isn't it? And one of the days of the test matches they normally get dressed up. There's the Mario brothers. Super Mario. There we go.
Oh,
Right on cue.
It's a boat race.
Asterix's mate.
And one of the favoured ones in the UK is Where's Wally? He came up for the record, didn't he, Wally Hammond?
It did. You'll hear it said in the change room, bat on. And this partnership, 56. South Africa would have wanted another after the very big one, the record-breaking one of yesterday. A wicket gone down today, that of Beddingham. But so important that they do not throw away this position. And then, Sean, you were talking from an individual perspective for Ryan Rickleton, but Verreynne's role. Oh, yes. That is beautiful. What he does have are wonderful hands, Kyle Verreynne. Despite no footwork, when he's in full flow, he's wonderful to watch.
Yeah, slightly over-pitched, and that is beautifully caressed. It was quite a staggered offside field. They've got a lot of protection there, but he threaded it through beautifully. Wonderful extension all the way through.
Yeah, his role important, just simply because he's got himself in.
they're convinced. When is it going down leg? Shan Masood looking for some support out there. Have a look at it.
Yeah, it's a second review. This might be same case in point. It might be sliding down
TV
again.
umpire's a director. We have a play review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've checked the bowler's feet and it's a fair delivery. Can we go to front on, please, when ready? Ball's close to the back. Can we go to ultras, please, when ready? Just go back a few frames, please. Yeah, there's a clear gap there. Go to ball tracking when ready, please. No bat involved. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets missing. Kumar, you can stay with your original decision, not out. Stand by. Your on-screen signal now.
Confirmation by Alex Wharf, the third umpire. Pakistan lose a review. Desperate for another breakthrough. South Africa resumed this morning on 3:16 for 4. They'll be thinking, as Fahmi said, bat long, to over 450, and suddenly Pakistan will really be feeling the pressure. That early wicket, he would have buoyed them. This partnership has had all the makings of another big one for South Africa.
Yeah, review lost, second review lost, and on the angle, the left arm from wide on the crease. You kind of have to pitch it maybe within 3 or 4 meters of the stumps to try and hitting or make contact in line with the stumps and go on to hit the leg stump. So 2 reviews lost against, both of them against Kyle Verreynne. And he's one of those guys who just gets across onto off stump and you think, oh, if he misses one, he's got to be on his way. But both cases comfortably missing.
Wonderfully struck, but good fielding. End of the over. And the over's gone 384 for 5.
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
Yeah, the powers of concentration have been really good from Ryan Rickleton, and we've seen him go through, it's almost like a meditation of closing his eyes, obviously trying to think of a certain process and try and stay in his little bubble. We've also seen him fidget with his glove. I don't know, the Velcro on the top of them is him flicking it back and forth 10, 15, 20 times at occasion. And we were just discussing as well as he presses that one through the covers with Tommy and saying how certain plans that work for people at certain times of their career, and it's not always something you can just say to another kid, oh, do it this way, you'll definitely get runs. But in his mindset, where whatever journey he's been over the last few weeks, he's got to this point where it's a way to clear and make sure he keeps focused. Another example I can think of is, does that one get away to the fence? No, it's cut off, and there'll be another 2. Louis Oosthuizen, I remember when he won the Open, he wore a glove and he put a red dot on that glove. And every time before each shot, he looked at the red dot, and it gave him a thought process. He discussed it afterwards and how he was going to play the shot in a mindset. And you would think to yourself, well, then why don't you do that every week? I mean, surely it's going to win. You're going to win every major that you can play in. But you just get to a stage at times in your career where something is so applicable to how you're going to perform. And I just feel that that's where Ryan Rickleton is at the moment. And maybe once the innings is finished, we can ask him a little bit about why he's done it and what his thought process is.
But also the adjustments he's had to make. Spoken through the course of the summer of him having to bat in different positions, batting up at the top for the first time in Test matches. And particularly successful this time round.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है.
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है.
जब Ufone 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
Now, 30 minutes to go before lunch on day 2, and that's a lovely shot on the leg side for 4. Beautifully timed.
Yeah, I get what they're trying to zone in on. They're trying to zone in on those pads, but if you're going to miss your length like this is easy pickings for Carl Verreynne. He has been troubled with the ball angling back into his pads. But Mir Hamza just not on point this morning for Pakistan.
So Pakistan have got to try and keep things as quiet as they possibly can to take a little bit of momentum, whatever they can actually take to that change room. Otherwise, it's going to be very flat at the lunch break, and then it's going to be a very tough afternoon. It's tough anyway, of course. Tried to get that one away on the leg side. Pretty smartly. Wasn't all that short, but was comfortably picked up that length quickly.
We know that we play this game to earn respect, and I think Pakistan's quite battered and bruised, and ego has been bruised, and that's never a good space to be in, because they're trying hard, but South Africans have run away with the show. 393 for 5 and counting. What can they do? I think they need a calm down influence, somebody really to let them know that we are here to fight and we are here to challenge South Africa. Can they do that?
Bowling straight now, and he's been picked off. Rickleton had his issues initially. Correction, Verreynne had his issues initially with that straight delivery, but now there's no problems.
Yeah, I tell you what they need, Rummies. They need a couple of quick wickets. You just look at the body language out in the field, and it's dropped. You know, very often we talk about momentum in this game. They've done a lot of hard, good work this morning with ball in hand in the form of Sazat and Abbas, but it's for these bowlers to back it up. And they just haven't been on point. Because if you let South Africa bat, I can guarantee you they're going to drive this train home by tea this afternoon.
Yeah, they're 3 balls away from 100 overs in the field. Again straight, but very comfortable now, Verreynne.
Yeah, I think if you look at the surface, it's still a good one. And I think you and I talked about that winning mentality as a captain. So you look at possibilities of still keeping your hopes alive of a result in this fixture. You have to say to yourself, if we can bowl South Africa out for 450 and we can match that in our first innings, third innings is always tricky, especially these coastal venues. I made mention of the fact earlier that this is almost like the subcontinent field surface, that the game will speed up towards days 4 and 5.
Gee, they're going to have to bat big. Ramiz, Pakistan, going to rely on a couple of blokes to get really big scores here.
And they're without Saim Ayub. And that's dealt them with a hard hand. Who will open with Shan Masood? Babar Azam, Rizwan? They've got to have the options done up right now. What is he thinking? Is the captain has got to be in good form, in good nick, and he's got to lead them from the front. He's going to be the key player once again. Babar Azam, they need a big innings from him.
Nicely bowled. Kept out.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगली, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Flights that delivery to Ryan Rickleton. What a performance by Rickleton.
Yeah, and I think that's on your point, Rami. It's important for Pakistan to stay mentally sharp. Because you look at your given conditions. We haven't seen any demons in the surface. Yes, you've lost one of your top young batters, but you still have to say to yourself, how do we match this innings from South Africa? And you can't leave it to one man alone. It'll have to be in the form of partnerships. The chat needs to start happening right now. You can't be depleted in the mental side of things. You have to stay mentally strong.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely essential they get a good start. Pakistan, when they get out there eventually, it's still a long way off that. But they've really had their problems. In fact, opening stands all year until the last test match have only been 15 as the highest score. So that's been a real problem for the boys right at the top. And without Ayub, it's going to be a change in that order, so more pressure as well.
Yeah, Vernon talking about this being more of subcontinent nature, this surface. So probably Pakistani batsmen would be more at home playing on such a surface. That's a lovely ball. So something to look forward to as far as Salman Ali Agha is concerned.
Ufone 4G पे UPower 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off-net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
Pakistan are toiling, 100 overs in the field, so it's been really tough for them. They'll look forward to getting to that lunch break and putting their feet up. But they would dearly like to pick up a wicket before they do that, just to give them something, to give them a little bit of a lift.
Yeah, I like the angle from Mir Hamza, but I almost feel that he could do with a leg slip, because then you challenge Kyle Verreynne on a different capacity. You can't just walk across and try and flick it into the leg side. I'm still not sure about that field at deep point. If you're going to come around and try and tuck the right hand up, deep point, that is for an absolute bad delivery.
Yeah, it's been really strange the way it's been used. Actually, was there when Verreynne arrived at the crease earlier. It's down the leg side, and it was that man was brought in at one stage, but only for an over, and then he's brought back again. It's there, just that was there for a bad ball. End of story.
This is the point I'm trying to highlight here. If you put a man in leg slip, Kyle Verreynne is going to think twice about playing this shot. It is just attempted. Yes, he's missed it. That fielded leg slip all of a sudden becomes an attacking option rather than a defensive option out on the offside boundary.
He's trying to target the stumps, get a leg before a bowl out decision. You got to persevere. It's a well set up field on the leg side, on the offside. There are two men catching, but I think you've got to let the batsman know that we're not going to be defensive. So whilst we don't want you to get so many runs, we still want to attack you. So you've got to give that impression to the striker. And that leg slip makes a wonderful field set.
Beautifully picked up. What a shot that is. Gone for 6. Amazing stuff from Verreynne.
Dismissive. Absolutely dismissive. What a strike that is. Brilliantly played. Picked up the length so early and just the wrist work took over. Brilliant. Cramp for just a little bit, but have a look at the finish. 400 comes up for South Africa as a result of that punishing 6.
Yeah, he's so strong square of the wicket. He's Kyle Verreynne. Short in stature, so he picks up length quickly. And I tell you what, he's got absolutely no intention of keeping him down. It's the second maximum. Take him to 49. Yeah, it's a much-needed partnership for South Africa. 78 now at the moment. I just get a feeling that this is the partnership that could just break the backbone of this Pakistan outfit.
Oh, he's got a thin edge. It's gone for 4. Brings up the 50 for Verreynne. He's actually done really well. He had to fight hard when he first arrived today. The Pakistan bowling was really good. He got through that.
दिन चाहे नया हो, फर्स्ट हमेशा याद रहता है। पहला स्मार्टफोन वीगोटेल का नया फ्लेक्स 2।
अब सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
He's earned that edge because he's batted so well that the slip cordon was released. Thin spread, just a gully in place, so outside edge earned him a 4.
It's one of those innings that strike me from a batter's point of view. From time to time, you know, when people start analysing it technically, you as a batter have to find a way of gutsing it out. And it's a very gutsy innings from Kyle Verreynne. Almost say to himself, I don't care how I look out here, but as long as I get the job done.
It's exactly right. And when you do go on and get big scores, they're the ones you're the most proud of, actually, as a batsman. When you've really fought hard and you've got through a tough situation, nice and gritty, and then you really benefit.
He's got a great template in Rickleton. I mean, his strike rate is up in the 75s, and the keeper has not done a bad job as well as far as strike rate is concerned. Almost matching, mirroring Rickleton's strike rate.
Well, the partnership's 83. Verreynne's 53. Rickleton's watching. He's resting at the moment, just resting.
Oh, yeah. 4-6 for 5 now, South Africa.
Ufone 4G पे UPower 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off-net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4 hash मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ।
अब सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Sum total, getting close to 4 runs and over throughout this innings. Rickleton, strike rate at 75, has been hovering around there all the time, so he's been brilliant. Verreynne's trying to catch him now. He's just behind that. Change now. Mir Jamal into the attack. 15 overs. He's been going at 5.6 actually. Jamal, so he's been having a few issues from an economy point of view. Not in the wickets column yet. He's got a big heart though. One of those blokes who runs in. Not scared to try the odd thing, but that economy will concern him and his captain. Skipper does well.
Yeah, you make mention of that economy rate, and that's a direct reflection of the amount of control that you've had as a bowler. I don't think we've seen South Africa playing an expensive brand of cricket. It's more the bowlers affording those scoring opportunities to them. Yes, that man in Pixa, he latches onto every scoring opportunity afforded to him. So brilliant from him, but concern for Pakistan in that control department.
He's been given the same set of field as Mohammad Abbas or Mir Hamza. I don't know whether he's the kind of bowler where you give him this kind of field. He's more aggressive in nature. You've got to understand what's on offer here. Every bowler has got a few pluses, few minuses, and I think Amir Jamal is at his best when he's looking to attack, not when he's defending. He's not your defensive kind of a bowler.
Yeah, I suppose it also boils down to the bowler understanding himself and what's going to make him effective in these set of conditions. So as much as the captain is setting a field for you, you also need to be comfortable with the field, number one. But more importantly, you need to have a bigger say as to what you're feeling comfortable to bowl towards.
Yeah, that raises a question or two I've got for you, Vern. That's nicely bowled, an effort delivery, building up his pace nicely. What about when you were bowling? Did you worked with various captains? Obviously, Graham Smith was a captain for a long time. When you were bowling, were you controlling things from a field point of view, or how did that work with, let's say, Graham Smith?
Good luck controlling things with Biff. No, but as a bowler, you always feel comfortable bowling towards a certain field. For me, the biggest concern was that cover region. When the ball started getting a little older, I felt a lot more comfortable just plugging that cover region. I wouldn't mind bowling with 2 slips in the gully. Yes, 3 is always a bonus. But the amount of balls that has actually gone through a 3rd slip has been very minimal in my career. So for me personally, I just love seeing it cover being plugged. Of course, if the ball's moving all over the place, I'm happy to go 3 in 1, which means 3 slips in the gully. But again, you need to have that personal feel. As a bowler, you've got to feel comfortable with your action, number one, but also with what you see visually you're bowling towards.
So every time you got the ball in your hand, did you know exactly what you wanted as a field placing scenario?
Yeah, I think you sum up conditions first of all. I think on conditions like this, I probably started with a cover straight away. If you don't want to give away easy singles in that cover region, Point was a key fielder for me because he stopped those ones, and you want to have some sort of rhythm of bowling at the particular batter. We always talk about setting batters up, and for me a great disturbance would be if a guy gets off strike with an easy single.
I think, put simply, I think every bowler has got to captain himself. It's happening more and more in T20 cricket where you don't have time to be captain. So you've got to be your own leader. You know what you can do best. Read the situation, the conditions, what the team demand is.
Oh, that's nicely bowled to finish the over. I think that's dead right. And obviously a good captain also work with his bowler in that sense also. And permit that. 408 for 5.
अब सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं पेंट के पैसे दो टोकन के नहीं
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है
चल पगले मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा है
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं पेंट के पैसे दो टोकन के नहीं
20 commissioner behind us, Graham Smith, former captain with Vernon Philan. I bet you guys bumped heads, did you, for field placings from time to time? You must have. Tell the truth, Vern.
He always won that battle. I'll give it to him.
Nice pace, that delivery. Musab Naliaga.
He's hit that off-stump channel regularly, which is a good line to bowl. It allows that ball to straighten and makes him a bit dangerous. If he gets that ball to spin back, it'll be a huge bonus. He can then plant maybe a short leg.
I think you made a wonderful comment this morning about Salman and the similarity between him and Nathan Lyon. With the possibility of South Africa, of course, playing Australia in that World Test Championship final, this would be a great preparation for the South African top order.
little bit short, a little bit wide. That's hammered away. Work to be done. That's 4.
Gave him a lot of time. It wasn't such a great ball, but he created that length also. He went back and crashed it past that deep point. Good batting. He's played spin expertly. There you see him just rocking back. Read the non-spin on that one.
Yeah, this is where he comes into his zone, Calvo Reyna. He's just going to double check this, and I think there's been contact with his elbow just above there where he's rolling over the cushion, so that will be 4. It's a good effort from Mir Hamza, but just about there. Yeah, touching the cushion, contact with the ball, pretty old signal the boundary.
It's confirmation. 86 maidens for Pakistan, 105 overs, almost. $412 for 5.
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Ufone 4G पे UPower 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off-net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Previous high was 498 minutes. Domestic double ton.
You learn a great deal about batting also in a situation like this. Rickleton, a double ton, so he's challenging himself now. Not as fluent as he was early on, and that is by choice. 10 minutes to go for the break. Let me test my skills. Let me test my temperament.
Magnificent concentration.
Yeah, I think I said it earlier. I just love the character in this kid. The cricket awareness around about the age of 28 years of age, where you feel that you're reaching your peak as a batter. He could have been there, been afforded opportunity, perhaps not have taken him earlier, but you understand the importance now of big runs. And that is wonderful to see.
Outstanding fitness too. When he was being interviewed as he walked off the park yesterday. We grabbed him, had a bit of a chat to him. He just looked so fresh when he was walking towards that dugout or towards that change room. That's not that short, but it's beautifully picked up. Very, very fine shot for 6.
Yeah, that's a shot of his. And I think we might have had a catch in the crowd as well.
Was it one-handed?
I hope so, Hazy.
I think I'm a week early.
Yeah, this is a shot of his. Again, picking up length. And like I said earlier, absolutely no intent of keeping it down. Yeah, he's in the white ball zone, Calvo Reyna. He wants to get it on.
Where it was caught or not in the crowds, it was caught right in the middle of the blade. What a smash.
Good catch. Oh, he's trying another one. Catching him again down there. Nope. 6 runs. Good stuff from Verena. 100 partnership up now.
This is serious shots for you. Couple of sixes over square leg. It's not an express pitch. And he's not bowling at 140 clicks. That one sat up very nicely and still had the power. And great execution to take it away from the field for a 6. He wanted a 6, got a 6.
Yeah, I said it earlier. He's got absolutely no intent of keeping it down. Many would say, risky shot. Calvo Reyna say, I'll just help myself to another maximum. Back-to-back 6s.
solid. That's solid as well. That's straight down the ground. So the runs are flying superbly right now for Verena. This is really impressive stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like he's just identified an opportunity to score his innings, but now he's in full flow. And just look at the flow of this blade. It's a half volley and well dealt with.
Really interesting the technique he's using too. He's looking for that short ball again. He's going across and back, and then he just rocks forward and drills that. 17 runs off this over with one ball to go. Top stuff from Verena.
Ufone 4G पे UPower 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है और इसके बाद आप अपनी मनपसंद चीजें और खाने एंजॉय कर सकते हैं. मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल, क्योंकि ये फौरी असर करता है. पेशेंट्स वापस.
Yeah, what about the bowlers? Tired bodies, tired legs. Abbas once again leading them with line and length, picking up 2 wickets. 1 for Khurram Shahzad, 2 for Salman Ali Agha, but it's been another trying session for Pakistan.
Righto, so what a performance. What a first couple of hours on day 2 for South Africa. They'll be really pleased with that. At lunch, by the way, we're going to be chatting to Graham Smith, so don't go too far away. But it's lunch on day 2.
Let your house glow with WeatherCoat Glow 365. Berger Paints. Trusted worldwide.
Life is unpredictable. उधर मैच में कैच ड्रॉप हुआ और इधर इनका बर्गर. लेकिन नेक्स्ट मोमेंट संभालना मैटर्स द मोस्ट. तो फिर आप जहां भी हो, जो भी ऑर्डर करें, फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है. चल पगली, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है.
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है.
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय. मीज़ान में मीज़ान में अच्छे लगते हैं.
Ufone Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
अब सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है. चल पगली, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है.
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है.
दिन चाहे नया हो, फर्स्ट हमेशा याद रहता है. पहला स्मार्टफोन वीगोटेल का नया फ्लेक्स 2.
अब सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी. मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं. पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं.
Ufone 4G पे UPower 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
मीज़ान में मीज़ान में अच्छे लगते हैं. एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय। मीज़ान में, मीज़ान में, मीज़ान में, अच्छे लगते हैं।
सिर्फ पेंट के पैसे देंगे तो बचत तो होगी। मास्टर पेंट लगवाएं और टोकन के इजाफी खर्चे से छुटकारा पाएं। पेंट के पैसे दो, टोकन के नहीं।
Welcome back, everybody, to Newlands, where South Africa and Pakistan are doing battle in Test match number 2. It is day number 2, and it is lunchtime. A lovely day it is here in Cape Town. 3:16 for 4. South Africa were overnight and hoping to further entrench their position. They've just about done that. 429 for 5 now, and in a fantastic situation as far as they're concerned. Searching for Pakistan as they look for wickets and more wickets. Couple of gentlemen alongside me here. A special guest, I should say. Graham Smith, former South African captain. Or do you prefer to go by commissioner now?
I'm just glad you called me special.
Yeah, you are special. Nice to see you. Happy New Year and all of that. Vernon Philander is here, of course. A couple of teammates. They've been chit-chatting along, actually, whilst waiting to come back on it. How are you? All good?
Yeah, good, Pom. Happy New Year to everyone. Gearing up for season 3. So things are a bit busy at the moment, but excited.
Yeah, tell me about this test match, turning up here and watching South Africa do well, somewhere where you did well as well.
Yeah, I mean, Vernon, I'm sure says the same, but the New Year's Test match was always one of our favourite, coming to Newlands. So the crowd support is amazing,
ये है उमरकोट, जहाँ सूरज की तपती धूप तले बेबस चेहरों ने अपने रब से एक
Yeah, and I mean, also to see the team, progress so well over the recent times, and to fight back from really challenging period and to be in the World Test Championship final is so exciting.
Okay, Vern, 429 for 5 is where the game sits currently. Speak, I suppose, one about the partnership yesterday and what that does in a change room when you turn up for day number 2, kind of seeking to, as I say, further entrench the position.
Yeah, I think first of all, I'm mightily impressed with the surface that's been offered up here. I think in recent times it has been real tough going for the batters, but I think the surface obviously cried out for someone to get themselves in and apply themselves. And Temba Bavuma, alongside Ryan Rickelton, really formed that partnership yesterday after lunch. For me, that's really the partnership that broke the backbone of this Pakistan outfit. I think 316 for 4 overnight. You all of a sudden look up at that scoreboard, even if you have to start the next morning and you have another window of opportunity, but you've got an in-batter and you've got batters to come. But I think the way that the two of them complement each other, I think was really impressive. To propel themselves to 429 for 5 at lunch on day 2 is mightily impressive.
How many double hundreds?
Me? Yeah. Oof, digging into the archives, I think.
I am.
I think it's 5.
Yeah?
You can't be thinking about that.
I actually told my son this morning. We were talking about